All right, so let's talk about one sticking. Wanted to show you guys that the product that we produce, I have personally used this for the entire 2024-2025 hunting season for one sticking. I went one sticking completely this year and wanted to discuss and give you guys a rundown of my opinions and thoughts about running the Bullpack as a one sticking pouch. So first off, the way I one stick is not in the traditional sense of using one stick that comes with the stick and the platform together. What I use is an XOP X2 stick with a two-step aider, and then once I get to the height that I want to hunt from, then that's when I whip out my platform and set it up. So there's that. So like I said, this is the pouch that I've used the entire season. I've one stick only this entire season, and have used this on the right side of my saddle. And why also wanted to discuss about this is why I think it's going to be a killer option if you do that. So first want to let you guys know that this pouch can hold 40 feet of 9mm rope. That's what I use. I think this is 3/8 Sterling rope actually, and I run 40 feet of it with a Petzl Quick Link and a Petzl Gree belay device. So I'm going to run down and show you guys exactly how I do this. So obviously I have this on the right side of my saddle. So whenever I get to the tree that I want to do, this is exactly what I do every single time. Also beforehand, before I get into it, I am missing my Prusik tender that I always keep right here. I always keep it's called a Sterling Hollow Block 2, but what it is, it's just basically a Prusik for any rope. I use it for my belay device. I use it right above my belay device. So here we go. Once we get to the tree, this is what I do every time. Unzip the front pouch. I whip out my tag end of my rope that's going to be thrown around the tree. And what I like to do is I like to throw this across my neck and then come into this compartment, and then what I do is I hook this up onto my saddle. I take this rope just like that, and then I start climbing up the tree. Once I get up on top of my stick from the ground, then I throw this around the tree and hook it up. And then once this is hooked up, all I do is I simply just close it up just like that. So that's how exactly I do it. And then once I get set up, I use my hollow block, tie it right above the belay device, and then I make my ascend up the tree to make sure that I'm completely safe. So if it were to slip, if this belay device were to slip, that Prusik tender will hold on to its spot and I won't go down any further. But anyways, like I said, this is 40 feet of rope. What I do is I coil it up into this pouch. I coil about 30 to 35 feet of the rope with the belay device in the main pouch. I zip it up, and whichever side I'm going to have this pouch on, I'm going to have the tag end, I call this the tag end, facing towards the tree. So obviously when I'm ready to get into this compartment, I just open it up and boom, it's already there. I run about 5 or so feet of the tag end in the front pouch. Now also, when you guys climb trees, we run into dead branches all the time. You know, when you're one sticking, it's kind of a pain to get around a tree limb. I'm not condoning this. Don't do it on public land, but if you have your own private piece, what I like to do is on the very bottom of the front pouch, I carry an Opinel saw. It's a foldable saw. This thing's like, I don't know, 6 inches, 8 inches in width. And this thing has definitely been sweet. I always carry this thing in the front of the pocket, because once I have this tag end out and I'm up the tree, this pocket's going to be completely empty. So I just have it in the bottom. So the cool thing about this pouch, it has a front stretch material to where you can stuff a lot of like accessories or rope or whatever you want in the front pouch. And as you guys know, the regular front pouches with Cordura, this material right here, it doesn't stretch. So what we did was basically, from what I've ever seen, this might be like the first front stretch pouch I've ever seen being used this way. But that's the cool thing, and this is exactly how I run it. I always have the tag end and the main line coming out the front side of the pouch. That's just how I've always ran it. And there's definitely been no hiccups or anything using this pouch. This thing is sturdy enough, has enough storage space to carry 40 plus feet of rope along with a big belay device. I know 99% of you guys use a Mad Rock Safeguard, but I use a Petzl Gree-Gree, and that thing's like twice as big as the Mad Rock. But like I said, this is a great one-sticking pouch. It has different connection points. Here in the back are UHC system, so if you want to hook it up to your saddle even more so this thing doesn't flop around at all, you can definitely do that. Even with our snapback fasteners back here with the MOLLE that you guys see right here, you can really cinch this down in the into the saddle, and you can actually distribute the weight of this pouch off of these MOLLEs. So you're not going to have just a pouch going to be flopping around up in the, on your saddle when you're walking through the woods. But this is the pouch. If you guys are considering it, I definitely buy it because there's more uses to this pouch than just one sticking. I use it for one sticking, and then I also use it for tree stand hunting. I put it underneath my tree stand seat. So it can be used in multiple different ways. We've even had people use it as a chest rig and whatnot. And I want to show you guys this real close. This pouch has gone through a year's worth of hunting season abuse. I mean abuse. This thing has gone through torrential downfalls of rain. It has gone through some serious snow. It has gone through freezing points. It has gone through, every time that I go out to hunt, I'm going through a bunch of briar bushes, thorns, and all that. And this thing is definitely held up to the extreme abuse that I have put it through. I've also gone out to like 30 plus hunting sits. So, and every time I go out to hunt, I'm usually walking about a half a mile plus back in public land. So this thing has gone through a lot, and as you guys can see, it's held up just fine, and I think you guys would definitely enjoy it. So if you guys are interested, message me or pick one up at bullpathgear.com.